Recently, I have felt the need to go harder. What's up, Nord? So, last night was a really, interesting night. Like every other night for me, the way every night usually is I usually shower really late at night, and then after my shower, it's usually like around 12 by the time I finish my shower. And, I check my horoscope. That's the first thing. And then after checking my horoscope, what I usually do is from like 12 to like 3 is usually learn about a bunch of random stuff. Typically, I love the night. Like, I'm a night person. Overall, I'm just a night person. There's nothing I can really change about that. I love the night, and I just love the night. So that's usually when the time I brainstorm the most ideas. That's usually when I feel the most motivated. That's usually when I'm learning the most. Like, from 12 to 3 in the morning. That's just my favorite time of the day. And me last night, I was just sitting there learning, coming across a lot of videos, because it's weird, because YouTube, I love it. It's like I watch one person and I learn everything about their videos, and then I end up coming across somebody else and learn even more from them, and then learn from them, and just learn all these perspectives and put it all together. And overall, I'm slowly making it into me, and that's a really cool feeling. But beyond all of that, even last night I ended up watching Jake Paul, and I'm not a very big fan of Jake Paul, like his videos, but you can't really take anything from the guy because he's a fucking genius. If you watch the video that I was watching, I didn't finish watching it, so I'll talk about more on it after I finish watching it. But what I did watch was that he worked his way up until this YouTube thing. Like, it's not something that he just started uploading to YouTube one day randomly, and he just hit 10 million in less than 365 days. It was never like that. He basically worked his way up on Vine and all of that, and overall he just networked. And what I realized is that I just haven't been going as hard when it comes to the networking side of just YouTube and social media in general, because before watching the Jake Paul video, I was watching Gary Vee, and Gary Vee is another one who, he's all about networking and just online marketing, because at the end of the day, online is the best way to go nowadays, because the internet, you got to remember, the internet technically really started like growing and actually being used 20 years ago. It's only been 20 years, and we're already on Facebook, Instagram, and all of this. So this is just the start, and the next 10 years are going to be better than the last 5 years, or the last 10 years. So I feel like it's important that I start networking and overall just working harder. That's the biggest gist, because I feel like at night I'm so motivated to work super, 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 super hard, and then once it hits the next day, like, I just lose that motivation. It's weird. It's not necessarily, I know the way that motivation works, and I know that it's more so a discipline than the motivation comes. So that's exactly what I'm working on as of right now. Basically, what I decided to do is just make a set schedule that I usually do on a day-to-day basis, just to stay consistent with everything going on in my life. And as of right now, the schedule is basically what I'm doing right now. I wake up, record a video, edit the entire video, finish that video out. That's the video for the day of. Finish that completely out. Then I usually go play ball. After playing ball for like two hours, typically 2 hours of my day, around that time it should be around 6 to 7. It depends what time I go to play ball. And then by the time I come in, I have to get an hour of brushing my hair every single day. That's another consistency thing. I obviously have to eat consistently. That's another consistency thing. And then the last thing I'm probably going to do throughout all my days, the last two things I'm going to do throughout all my days from now on, is sit around, network for an hour every day. If I can do that for an hour at least every day, I can build off of that, do it for like 2 hours a day, and then just keep networking. And overall, the goal is to work harder, because I tweeted out earlier today that, last night I couldn't feel anything but the need to, work harder, and today I'm going full force, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. With me being consistent with my hair, with everything, over time, my hair is going to be great. My ability to do YouTube videos is going to be great. My social media following is going to be great. Overall, it's just a lot of work that has to be put in, that I feel like it's the right time to start is now. Like always, the right time to start is now. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I feel like most people should set up it's a lot easier to set up a set schedule that you do on a day-to-day basis versus doing a bunch of randomness and not really dedicating your time to a lot of things that you really want on a day-to-day basis. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Everything that I really want and I'm passionate about, like YouTube, basketball, my hair, all of this I'm eating. All of this I'm just being consistent with because I'm passionate about it. That's the way it works. You have to like what you do. The fun comes first. After the fun comes the passionate part and all the motivation. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to be disciplined and overall just make my days a little bit more organized when it comes to timings. And overall, there's not enough time in a day to do everything I want to do, but there's enough time in a day to do what I have to do.